What's up, Taiwan? How's it going? I'm Erika Liu with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Taiwan is set to begin the first stage of easing pandemic restrictions by increasing the cap on international travelers from 50,000 to 60,000 a week. Our reporter Jaime Ocon was at the capital's airport to see what people think of Taiwan's phased opening up.
This has been the scene at Taipei's Songshan Airport for nearly 2.5 years. Empty counters, empty ticket booths, and only a handful of international flights daily. But that's set to change as Taiwan gets ready to open up. The government is set to review procedures for opening up by the middle of next month. But here in the International Departure Lounge, feelings are mixed.
我觉得目前不太适合，因为现在目前台湾的疫情都还在起起伏伏，而且尤其是疫情现在还在往下降的状况，所以如果开放的话，那从外面再带进来其他的变种，那这样会危害到我们小朋友，所以我觉得现在目前是不太适合。
Taiwan continues to report tens of thousands of COVID cases daily, and there are still social distancing measures in place.
Taiwan is one of the last places in the world with pandemic-related border restrictions. Only residents and those with special visas can enter the country, but they also have to undergo quarantine. But that requirement could be dropped when the country opens its borders next month.
Health officials say that easing of restrictions is a shift towards a policy of living with the virus.
防疫走到这个阶段，我一再讲，我们要跟病毒共存，那就要融入生活之中，那管制就会去比较松，不会像以前这么紧，跟清零时代不一样。
Taiwan still has a limit on the number of visitors, but that too will be eased. The weekly arrivals cap will be lifted from 50,000 to 60,000 on September 29th, with future plans to expand it further.
我觉得时间点应该差不多，因为好像感觉国外好像也差不多。因为之前去澳洲的话，澳洲好像那边也已经开放下船，因为我之前是跑船的，就觉得可以啊。台湾已经算应该晚一点点了，对，先看国外的状况这样子。
The only other country with strict border restrictions is China, but the rest of the world has accepted living with COVID as a way of life, and many here are hoping that that too will be the case for Taiwan. Andy Xue and Jaime Ocon for TaiwanPlus.
Scammers in Taiwan are inventing new ways of swindling people out of money. Two of the latest involve stolen customer information from a popular online bookstore and fake ads offering apartments for rent. Jean-Van Trieste reports.
Thousands across Taiwan have been getting strange calls in the last few months. Someone claiming to be from books.com.tw, Taiwan's biggest online bookseller, will say there's been a mistake or a hack that's led to their card being charged many times. They'll then get banking instructions that lead to their money being stolen. This is one of Taiwan's latest scams, and since March, it's tricked more than 3,000 of the site's members into handing over around $3 million. Mr. Zhuang is one of the victims.
加起来36，他打电话过来，他是有核对我之前购买的书籍，等于博客来的资料等于是全部都透明的啦，被骗38，一模一样的手法，在6月的时候。
The site has put up a banner with a warning, and it's pledged to get the highest possible security certification. But it says it has not found any problems with the existing security. Police now believe they may know why.
其实找不到问题，这也是非常令人觉得怀疑的啦。那我们也不排除会不会有一些共谋的成分在里面，会有一些人为恶意的行为。
So far, the idea that the scammers had inside help is just a theory. But if right, the personal data of up to 1 million people might be compromised. That's how many members the site has. As the investigation continues, police are also confronting another type of scam: fake apartment ads. Scammers posing as landlords post ads for pleasant-looking, low-rent apartments on Facebook. They tell anyone who shows interest that the apartment is in high demand. One victim explains what happens next.
他就会跟你说，他前面还有2个人要看，其中有一个也是要汇款，然后就会跟你讲说，如果你想要排第一个的话，那你就是先汇钱给他这样。
Once the deposit is paid, the supposed landlord disappears. Anti-scam groups say young people who may not have rented before are prime targets. They say vigilance is key to avoid becoming scammers' next victim. Rick Yi and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.
No electricity, no water, and living on a construction site. That's the reality for thousands of people in China who have spent their life savings on what was supposed to be their dream home. Instead, they've had to move into unfinished buildings called rotting developments. As Ryan Kilpatrick reports, the issue is threatening the country's entire economy.
Ms. Xu lives in a brand new high-rise apartment building in the capital of southwest China's Guangxi region. But every day, she climbs up and down the stairs, carrying heavy water bottles filled from a hose outside.
这个瓶子呢，都是我们有时候买水喝，啊，剩下来的瓶子呢，就拿来打水用。这个地方是我们在这入住，实在没办法，现建一个水管。
In the brochure of the apartment she bought 3 years ago, there were promises of heated floors and a swimming pool. But this is the reality now.
我们这里业主就在这个地方洗衣服、洗头，因为没有热水、没有水、没电呢，就在这个地方这水管水晒热了，我们就这么的洗头了。
Like 90% of homes sold in China last year, Xu's was bought while it was still under construction. This is how Chinese developers have bankrolled the country's construction boom. With few alternatives to safely park their savings, people take out mortgages to invest in unfinished real estate. Companies take the money to buy up the next parcel of land and keep building.
就是说这个问题啊，首先它会影响到一些房屋的交易啊，影响到大家对政府的一些公信力啊，对吧？啊，也可能会使得开发商的债务问题越来越大。
The setup worked for years, but came to a screeching halt with a crackdown on reckless lending. With their coffers dried, developers have left close to 2.5 million families with unfinished or rotten homes that they can't move into. But some, like Xu, with no other savings and no job, have no alternative.
那一辈子就买这个套房，都是种地的老百姓，来桂林了，买这么套房买来的。
These rotting buildings aren't just trouble for homeowners. Analysts say they're undermining the entire real estate business.
假如说我这家开发商不能做出一个表现，说我能复工，说明这家开发商资金状况还是很差的。那你这么差的话，我作为一个这个购房者，我会想，比如说某某开发商在某个地方有个烂尾楼都没解决，那我现在在别处的卖的房子，我也不可能买的，因为你这个房子也有可能出问题。
China's looming economic crisis is centered on one industry. It is one that accounts for up to 30% of the country's gross domestic product and holds close to 3/4 of household wealth. If the property sector goes down, it could take the entire economy with it.
那这个又会进一步加剧这个房企的一些债务问题。所以说这个问题呢，它其实从这个经济层面啊、企业层面啊、社会这个层面、预期层面啊，都会产生一些不太好的这个内容。
Since 2021, thousands of homeowners have been caught up in the same situation as Xu, living in unfinished homes or having nowhere to live at all. The government has pledged to support project completion, but has been aggressively quashing demonstrations by homebuyers left in the lurch. As confidence in China's developers collapses, and with owners' rights taking a backseat to social stability, there's little hope that Xu and her neighbors will be able to live in their dream homes with the lifestyles they were promised anytime soon. Ryan Kilpatrick for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, we leave you with images of a woodworker in Syria. For 50 years, the artist has been using traditional techniques to recreate artifacts used by his ancestors. I'm Erika Liu. Take care and see you next time.
In a changing world, when voices are being silenced, TaiwanPlus is listening. We tell those stories. No compromise, no boundaries,
people in Taiwan.
No fear.
I want to study Chinese.
I'm Ryan Kilpatrick.
Capital Taipei. TaiwanPlus.
TaiwanPlus News.